Hello, I'm Britt,
Hey, it's Gloria.
and this is The Whispers.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 3, and I just want to say in the beginning that, again, before we start off, Gloria and I are not licensed psychologists or therapists. We are just two girls yapping about what's going on in our life and how to move through them in a therapeutic way. So, just to have that little reminder for everybody because we don't got the licenses to tell you anything. So
It's just advice. It's not a replacement for any medication, therapy services, or speaking to a licensed professional. This is just a little, advice on the sideline, a little whisper in your ear to help you out a bit.
Yep. And going forward, we will now put that description, not that description, that like disclosure in our little description below, just in case anybody has any questions or curiosities going on and think that we can help them on a bigger level. Gotcha. Basically, yeah.
The only level we can help is through the comments.
I know. We can. If you email me, maybe I can help you a little bit, but I can't tell you what to do, honey.
Right.
So, tell me, Gloria, how has your week been?
My week's been okay.
It's been okay. Okay.
My week has been up and down, honestly. I was going through a really good mellow emotion frequency, you could say. Like it wasn't up and down. Like I was chilling for the past couple weeks. And in the beginning of this week, that went to shit. Like my emotions took a big dip. And mentally it's just been a little hard. Okay. Hard to work, hard to engage with other people and family, but I've been pushing through, making sure I'm eating. Still here, showed up today.
Okay. I know that's right.
Through it all. And I'm trying to keep moving forward and just acknowledge where I'm at and work with it.
Okay.
How about yourself, girl?
My week has been, I will say it's been trying. Very much so. If nobody knows, I've been trying to get out of trucking for a while, and I really wanted to do something which was become a driving instructor for trucks. And I realized that that is not obtainable right now. And it really upset me. And I'm still upset to this day. But it really upset me because I thought that was going to be my way out the truck. I've been trying to get out of my truck since February. And we're now of this year. Okay. Of this year, and we're now in July. So it's like it's dawning on me like I don't know what else I can do. And it's just a setback, and I'm trying to work through that setback. So the topic of today, guys, is setbacks. Yes, and my setback is obviously career related. And what I can say is that I have worked very hard in the last 2 years to have the experience I have. I figured that I could be a good teacher. I figured that I could teach, people how to drive, back up, be safe. And the setback was so small and minuscule. I was like, wow. I was like, oh, so it kind of brought me to tears.
Like that one thing was so small but so big.
It was so small. It was so small but big.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, sorry. It was so small but big at the same time. So, if anybody doesn't know that, obviously I'm a truck driver, but I have a Class A CDL, but I have a restriction on my CDL. And my CDL, the restriction is that I cannot drive manual trucks. I cannot drive manual trucks. I can only drive automatics. And the setback was the school that I went to be an instructor there. You have to be able to drive manual trucks, even though they gave me an automatic. And it was such a setback because the industry of trucking, 85 to 90% of trucks are automatic.
So it's like, why do they got that restriction?
Why do they have that? They were telling me that I need to learn how to drive stick and know how to double clutch. And I emailed him saying huh?
I said, whatever that means.
It's
like, I know it's a term when it comes to manual shit, but mentally thinking about what you actually have to do, I'm like,
it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot that has to go into it. But I emailed him back saying hey, I did all my skills, which was parallel parking and stuff, saying basically I could work in the yard and then I could probably teach people who want to have the automatic restriction, I could do that. I emailed him that back, never got back to me. So I was like, okay.
Email him again.
And
email him again.
I think that would be my third time emailing him.
That's okay. That's okay. Do it again.
So I just was like, all right, well, it is what it is, because I think the issue is that I expected an email back saying like, let me talk to somebody, let me see what we can work with. Because at the end of the day, I still have those 2 years of driving trucks. The only thing that is different is a driving stick.
So you didn't expect to get cut off from the entire opportunity based off of one stipulation.
Right. And it was just like, that's so crazy. Like, obviously, I can go back to school to learn that. Like, they're not going to take my CDL away. Like, I could take the test however many times I want to. But to be told that I can't teach somebody how to drive a truck, even though it's the same way as driving, even with your stick. Because how I feel is that the truck, when I drive an automatic and somebody driving a stick, it's going to roll over the same way. Gotcha. It's not like it's going to flip 3 times and mine is only going to flip 2.
Right.
It's more of when you drive stick, I think it's about more of having control over the vehicle and how the engine works, which is understandable. But we are now in an industry that is 85 to 90% automatic. So why are we not teaching? Like, why is the restriction there anyway? Right. I think it should be more of a, like, if you want to do manual, sure.
Right.
But even if I did have a manual CDL, it wouldn't help me either, because I don't know how to teach. I wouldn't be able to teach nobody. I've been driving manual.
You need to get more experience.
Right. I've only been driving automatic trucks for 2 years.
So how long of a setback does it put you in?
I think it puts me in a setback of, I truly do believe this is the universe and my ancestors saying that I need to pick something else to do.
Okay.
I know that's like, I know that's extreme, but I
mean, from an outside perspective, I think that you would be better off applying for another place. But that's the school that, from what you told me before we started recording.
I know.
That's the school you went to. So you like it, you know the system. So
but also another setback is that there are not that many CDL schools in Philadelphia.
Right.
And to teach somebody how to drive, for some reason, like, I can't go to Jersey to teach CDL people because mine is a Pennsylvania CDL, which I think is crazy, because my CDL says I can drive in any state in the U.S.
Right.
So it's like, well, that's so weird. But
there's no difference between teaching in Jersey.
Right. There's no difference between teaching here and here. So I just was like, okay, that's just weird. So it just, I felt like it's my ancestors in the universe, and, like, God told me I need to pick something else, because I've also applied to be, what are those people at the DMV? They the exam people at the DMV.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
For CDL or just driving.
Nice.
And for the CDL one, they said no, but the driving one, they said that I scored high on the test or whatever. Perfect. And I applied for 2 different places, for King of Prussia and for one in South Philly or something. I applied, got 92s on both of the tests. So they said somebody would reach out.
Awesome.
Nobody has reached out, and it's been weeks.
Give it some time. Can you call them, or are you not?
It says, the email says this is just an automated email.
Oh, okay.
Don't reply back. So it's like.
But still, can you call like the admin number that they have?
I don't know. I didn't even go that far, because I just was like.
Got you, because you're kind of still just in the thick of it right now.
So yeah, so I'm still trying to
the other avenues.
Right, figure it out, because, like, what I've realized is that I love trucking. I just would like to be in another part of the industry.
Gotcha.
And I thought where I needed to be would be in those jobs that I applied for. So maybe it's not that, and I have to figure out somewhere else, because I even tried to work at a diesel shop, like a truck diesel shop, as like a service writer. To like, say if somebody comes in and says, oh, I need new brakes, I would give them an appointment, write it up saying like, they need new brakes, your appointment's on Tuesday, somebody would do it. Gotcha. And then I would do like the billing or whatever. I even tried to do that, and the guy didn't get back to me for that.
So it just seems like it's a lot of closed doors that's coming your way.
Yes.
And emotionally, how has that been feeling?
That has been very upsetting, because I thought it was time for me to leave, because I put a 2-year limit on trucking for me. And even though I know after 2 years, you technically start making money in trucking after 2 years, but at the same time, you don't. And technically after 4 years, you really make the money. And they keep saying like money is in like OTR or something. I'm not going OTR, which is over the road.
Okay.
I already was regional and I'm already daily. And I just realized like maybe I just need to get a trucking job closer to home because I travel every week 100. I travel every week an hour and 30 minutes to and from work once a week.
And I think that's where a lot of the issues come up when
Yeah.
we put parameters on how long things are supposed to take. Because
Yeah.
it's like logically, like, yeah, I'm like, all right, you know, you're gonna go to trucking school you're gonna drive for trucking for 2 years. And it's like, all right, yeah, I'm out of here. But the universe and God, like you said, your ancestors, they
Right.
like, hold up, sis, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
because I really got into trucking for money, right? And I didn't make the money. So I was like, all right, now it's time for me to get out of here.
Right.
And I also realized in that moment that if it's time for me to get out, what else am I going to do? Granted, I have an associate's degree, but also I think I need to think long term also. And that's why I have decided to go back to school to get like my bachelor's and master's so I can then work for like the criminal justice field. Yeah, yes. Forensics. So, I mean, we'll see. I hope so, because as much as I'm liking true crime, I better be good at something. I better be able to figure out something.
It's gonna be better because you love it,
like, right? It's gonna give you that push. So that's why I'm just like, okay, well, I'm gonna go back to school, but I can't go back to school until I get a job that's at home.
I understand that,
because the way that I learned, for obviously nobody knows, I'm dyslexic. A lot of people don't know that I'm dyslexic, and I'm a visual learner and a physical learner. So I can't teach myself online. I have to physically be in a class, writing down the notes, hearing somebody else say it, and then me writing it down, because that's two ways of me learning, and that's just how I can learn. So I need a 9 to 5, or I need a 6, something where it's like Monday through Friday, or even if it is the weekends, but at least let me be off at night so I can go to class, get homework done,
right,
do the like life balancing things, but also be able to support myself.
Gotcha.
At the same time.
Would you ever go back to baking?
I would, but that all has to do with time too.
Gotcha.
Since I'm going 5 days out the week, where do I have the time to bake?
Baking as like an alternative for your income. Or would you not put it all on that?
I wouldn't put it all on that, because I was making money, but not enough to be paying all my bills for it. It was just like plus income. Like,
okay, cool. Yeah, like a side hustle.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. But other than that, it wasn't. So that was what I was doing all week, because you're not the only one that said that. Somebody else told me that too, and I was just like, yeah, I hear y'all, but it wasn't bringing in the money like y'all think it was. Right. So it was like, yeah, sometimes I would have like a ton of orders, and then other times I wouldn't.
Right, the ups and downs of entrepreneurship.
Right, and right now with how the economy is going, steady income is the way. So that's why I haven't just left my job to then just focus all my energy on something else. It's like, all right, I have to be able to figure something out while I'm doing it, and that's what I'm doing.
So even though you're in the thick of it right now, what has been going through your mind about how to push forward, or to really wrap your head around what's going on to get over the setback?
I believe, which I'm probably being delusional on, is that I'm supposed to continue trucking because it works for the schedule I have now with the content that I'm putting out.
Why are you labeling it as a delusion though?
Because what if that's not the case? And I'm trying to, I think I'm trying to be optimistic about it, because I think at times, how can I put it? I think that the schedule I was given helped me be able to put out new YouTube videos for true crime and stuff. And now we're doing our podcast, right? So I feel like that schedule helps me, but at the same time, it's like, all right, this is helping me, but how long can I stay where I am? Because I'm, again, very ready to come home. I've been trying since February.
Gotcha.
Even though life has changed completely since February to now. Yeah, I'm still ready. Right. I'm still ready to come home. So gotcha. That's why I say I will say delusional a little bit, because I think I'm trying to force myself to be grateful and happy that I have this time to get things together to produce content. Okay, and we're back.
We had a small technical issue. One of our mics died, mine's in particular. So we had to do a little reset real quick. But picking up where we left off, you were explaining that you were trying to get your mind around the setback and how to really look at it differently. And I think that you are definitely taking the right course of action, like seeing the positive in it. What things are you still able to do right now? You can record both of your podcasts. You have time for that, and those are things that you really wanted to delve deep into. And you were still acknowledging that you want to know for how long, though.
Yeah.
And I think that that's something that also sets us all back, is trying to figure out how long something is going to last when we're in the thick of it, instead of just focusing more on, okay, maybe put it into more either bite-sized chunks or don't focus on it. Not focusing on it, that's not really reasonable for me. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I like to think ahead just like you. Like, I need to plan. I want to know how long. But the other option would be put it in bite-sized chunks. Like, all right, okay, if this lasted for another 3 months, what can I do in this 3 months with this time that I got right now? Like, what positives will come out of it? And then at the end of this 3 months, that's when I'm going to reevaluate and see where I'm at. Like, give yourself another set point in the future to be like, all right, okay, well, let's come back to this then, since I can't do it now.
Right. And also, you know, that I'm engaged. But like, we're doing like an official engagement. I feel like me being on the road so much is kind of pushing that back too. But I will also say other things are pushing that back too, because now he has realized that he doesn't like his job, and now he wants to do something else. Gotcha. So then
things on both of y'all ends, it's kind of
on both of our ends, and we gotta kind of figure it out, because at the end of the day, our wedding date is September 26th, 2026, and that is a year away. And for everybody, I'm pretty sure everybody knows, it takes a year to plan the wedding.
It does,
right? And it's like I'm trying to figure that out about also just coming home too, because then we still have to go house hunting. We still have to do this stuff. Me being home only 2 days out the week, that means that only one of us is house hunting.
Now, have you both like sat down and wrote out all of the tasks that you want to complete? Like, for you, have you written down everything that you want to complete in a certain time frame and everything that he wants to complete, then a list of everything that y'all want to complete together, and figure out which ones are actually attainable and which ones can have the dates be moved? Have y'all tried that?
I will say we have not, and that is probably definitely something we have to do. And I'm hoping that I know my partner enough that I think we're both on the same plane of let her get home first, and then we can sit down and then write all that out. Like, I think it can still be written out right now, but right now, due to him wanting to leave his job, me wanting to leave my job, I think I need to come back home for us to really start implementing some things.
But that's still a lot of stress on both of y'all to try to implement something that's not happening right now. You know, it's almost like you guys are still rubbing against friction. Like, okay, you're trying to get you home, but that door isn't open yet.
Right, the door isn't open yet, and he's not even telling me like, you got to make sure you get home. It's more of that's just on me. Yeah, that's just on me. I won't even put that on him.
Take the pressure off of yourself then.
I'm trying, but also I think it's just me wanting to be home. Like, I want to be home so much. It's probably consuming my thoughts a little bit about like why things are not working out. And again, I feel like from my journey of starting trucking, the one big thing I was supposed to learn is patience. And I feel like I've been patient for a really long time now. And it's like more things come around.
You that you ain't patient yet. It's telling you.
Pretty much.
You can be patient, but you're not in control of everything.
Right.
You gotta be okay with not being in control. And that's fucking hard, y'all.
It is. It is hard.
Knowing that it's something that's just right in front of you. You can get it. And then it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna dangle this apple in front of your face. Like, you bastard.
Right. It's like, all right, I have all the necessary experience. I can't come home, but like, at the same time, if I was to come home and truck, I'm pretty sure people are thinking like, why don't you just get a trucking job at home? That's cool. I was trying to get a job where I don't have to work overnight. I'm trying to also get healthier as well. Like, I drive overnight. I'm driving 12 hours overnight. sometimes those days I have to drink a Red Bull, and I don't think those are healthy at all.
They are not healthy, my
not
dear.
at all, right? Exactly. So then it's like if I was to come home and they see that, oh, like you have overnight experience, they're gonna say, can you do these overnight loads for us? And really, I want daytime, right? Gotcha. And daytime driving is something that's always taken up by either the older drivers. So then they'll put the younger drivers at night, even though I'm not a younger driver.
So even though, let's say, for example, you do get an opportunity, right, that allows you to work the days you want to work, except it's not the times that you want to work. Are you able to compromise with that and figure out how you can implement your health goals into that too?
Yes, like, is that like a whole I've started even on the road. I figured out that I need to sleep for the full 8 hours.
Nice, good.
And sleep then I'll be okay at night. But also,
and then let's figure out what else to drink besides the Red Bull.
Well, what I don't do is I won't drink it at all because sometimes I'll have a vitamin water and they come with a little bit of caffeine in them. So I'll have that and that will last me through the night sometimes. Or my partner gets off at 11 o'clock. We'll be on the phone until like probably 2 in the morning. And usually 2 in the morning, I'm dropping off my last load and I can stay up for the hour and 30 to get to where I got to go. But it only conflicts when sometimes they're late giving me my loaded trailer or something. So then that's when I have to break out the Red Bull because it's like now I'm going to be up until like probably 4, 5, 6 in the morning. So that's where it goes. But if I was to work daily, if I was to work during the day, I think it'd be completely different.
You would be less tempted to get the Red Bull.
Right. I wouldn't have to do that. I would
just... Is there also a healthier alternative to Red Bull? Like a more natural caffeine?
They're saying, like, people are saying, like, Celsius, but I heard Celsius isn't that good either.
I've never heard of it.
It's another, like, energy drink.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I don't...
What about, like, energy, all right, I don't know the term for it, but because I watch a lot of Korean dramas, I see that they take, like, the vitamin C shots and stuff like that. Do they have that as, like, energy drinks? Energy shots?
I think they do it. I think it says, like, energy... tablets probably or vitamin C. I don't know. I haven't seen them, but I will try them.
Okay.
Because I will say that it is very unhealthy to be drinking a Red Bull. So yeah, and I realized like after like for the last year and a half I've been drinking it. So it's just like
as long as you notice it, like it's you acknowledging that something that you want to change and do it on your own time.
And what I realized is that I only drink Red Bull when I'm at work. When I come home, I don't need it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't need it. I don't have to drink it. I've only do it for work. And that's when I realized like, all right, where I'm at is why I'm drinking it. Maybe if I switch it up, I can stop drinking it.
Question for you. Another side note question. Now, when you drink the Red Bull, I don't know why I'm stuck on the Red Bull. I'm sorry. I really don't want you to drink it.
I'm sorry.
But
it helps.
I know. I definitely understand that. So when you drink it, right, is it that you make a stop and you go get it, or you literally like buy a pack of Red Bull and you got it in your car?
And it's in my truck.
Okay.
But it's only for in a pack, and usually that lasts me the whole week because one day sometimes I'm not drinking it because I'm either on the phone with my partner or that day I got enough sleep to stay awake to not do it.
Gotcha.
And I'll do all the stuff. I'll do the podcast. I'll do the music. I'll have a concert singing like I'm on tour. Like I do it, or I'll talk to my sister because my sister stays up late too. So I'm doing all the things to try to come back on the Red Bull because at one point I was really heavy on it, but now I'm like cutting back on it.
Gotcha.
And now I'm trying to just move forward with it.
Understand.
Yeah.
Well, I think that overall you are doing the best you can right now with everything that's been thrown your way. And
I'm
trying. You are. And life is going to give us what we need, I realize. Yeah. Even when we don't want it, it's literally going to just not. It's not going to let up, y'all. Life wants the best for us. I really, really think that. Honestly, 100%. I think life wants the best for us. And it's going to teach us the hard way.
The hard way.
Bro. Oh, great. The other mic is charged. That's awesome.
I'll let her charge for 5 minutes.
Okay.
She got it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so that is my my week of setbacks and how I've been working through it. And I will say, even though I don't like I know I talk about my partner so much, y'all. I'm so sorry.
No,
But I will say
talk about studies in your life. Talk about
he has
as much as
been
you like.
the support, and I'm not talking about financial support. Like I was balling on the phone, and he decided to send me job opportunities with my with the experience I had and everything. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh yeah, you do care, because he was like he even was the one that told me like, listen, even if you had your manual CDL, mm-hmm. even if you had your manual CDL, that it wouldn't help anyway. Mm-hmm. So it was fine. So I was like, yeah, you ain't lying. I was like, but I was like really beat myself down because I thought I was taking the easy way out when I got my automatic. No. But technically, he told me that I wasn't, because technically I'm supposed to be working with my dad right now. And his company, his company didn't go through, so that made me have to figure out other options, have to pivot. So I pivoted, and it just, I feel like me taking the fast way out of CDL school kind of messed me up. I should have like just learned how to drive a manual truck. But at the same time, I was like, I want to be out of here in 3 months, because
but you can always go back.
I can always go back.
With taking a step back, and I think that's one thing I had to learn in life.
Yeah,
that just because you need to take a step back, or even a couple steps back, mm-hmm. it's not a bad thing. It just fucking sucks. It mm-hmm. sucks, but it's just like, sometimes it's needed. It's just like you climbing up a mountain. If you go up one path and you see there's a bunch of rocks here, like, all right, let me backtrack and go the other way. Right. Life is literally the same.
And I can see a pattern is because I made sure I was out of CDL school in 3 months, mm-hmm. because I wanted to leave the job I was at previously. Mm-hmm. So now I think I'm at a situation where it's like I'm trying to leave so hard, but I also need to make sure that I'm talking to the universe, God, and my ancestors to make sure like that I am in a place that is going to benefit me as well. Because right, I don't want to keep just saying I want a new job. No, I want a new job that's going to fit my life work balance. Mm-hmm. That's going to make me have more time to spend with my family, my partner, mm-hmm. his daughter. His daughter, our new family that's going to be coming, together and everything. Yes. My sisters, because I have a 10-year-old sister too, right, and he has a 10-year-old daughter. Actually, they're about to be both 11. So never mind, they're 11. And I need to be home to do that. At one point before I started trucking, I was taking my sisters out once a month. So now that has not happened because I've been in trucking. So right, now it's like, right. And I feel like when I'll say manifesting, which is the same thing to me as praying. Mm-hmm. When I'm manifesting or praying for these things, I need to be mindful that I need to be clear cut on what I want, because I feel like the universe can give you, say like, all right, you want a new job? I'll give you a new job. But then you'll realize like, right, you'll realize like, oh, I didn't say I wanted a new job that would be good for me, good for my life, good for my mental. Mm-hmm. I got to be very clear about what I want, because they'll give me what I want, mm-hmm. but I need to be very specific, down to the T. Because I remember when I manifested my partner, I was down to the T. Yeah, man. And then I got what I wanted. I was like down to even what is in that man's pants. I was down to the T.
Requested and thou shalt receive.
Exactly. I was down to the T about it. And I was just like, I can't believe you popped up. Yeah. So that's why I just was like, when you say you want something new, mm-hmm. be very specific. Yeah. Yes.
We should make a podcast on manifestation.
We can do it. Yeah.
I have some good experiences and some bad experiences.
I got some bad experiences
too. If you guys want some advice on manifesting, praying, different ways to, put your wants out there, right. Let us know.
Oh, I do want to say one thing is that like what I have implemented a few years now, mm-hmm. is that I always say this affirmation, and if anybody else wants to say it,
please share.
Go for it. So the affirmation is everything works out for me.
Yes.
Everything works out for me. Even if I am in the middle of something where it's not, everything works out for me.
I say something a little similar. I say everything works out for my greatest good.
I like that. See, I like that. I say that every day. I'm like, everything works out for me. Like when I feel some type of problem, I'm like, everything works out for me. Because I know it does. But I'm just impatient.
So you are, but it's okay. It's one of your best.
Yeah, so that's what happens. But I remember the one I was saying when I was single. Mm-hmm. I was like, everything works out for me, and also I don't chase, I attract. What's for me will come to me.
Yes, yes.
That was when I was single. So now I just chopped it off. Now I chopped it off and used them just the beginning. Gotcha. So that's why I'm just like, it's going to work out. I just need to be patient. And I think my issue is that on patience, I put a time limit on it. Mm-hmm. You can't because I said I've been working since February. That's not patience. I feel like it is, though.
Putting a time limit on patience. All right, I'm going to be patient for 2 years and then that's it. You can't do that.
I mean, because like I feel like I've been patient since February. I got you. And now we're in July. True. I feel like I have been patient.
But with something that's, all right, being patient with something that's outside of your control, you putting a time limit on it is literally setting yourself up for failure because it's not in your control.
That's true.
I feel like it's leading you to be disappointed.
That's
at
true.
The end of the day.
I can believe it. That's true.
And I've experienced it and I still do it. So I'm not judging you. Yeah, I'm just saying this is just what I've learned.
Yeah, like listen, I'm not a perfect human.
And I wouldn't want to talk to a perfect human. Yeah, I can't live up to you. Where's the imperfection?
Yeah, I'm not a perfect human.
I can't relate.
Like, yeah, I'm very grateful for everything I've been given. I'm just ready to move on from the truck.
Facts. So, gotcha. Are there any other final points you want to make about setbacks with careers?
No, but did you have any points about careers and any setbacks?
Yeah, so I have a small comment for setbacks with careers, but my main thing I want to mention is setbacks with relationships, y'all. I'm trying not to get emotional, but setbacks with careers, I'll say. So for me, I am in the healthcare field. Mm-hmm. I am not a doctor or anything like that, but I am in like the administrative line of work. Mm-hmm. And I chose this career path for numerous reasons. One, because I knew I was always going to have a career out there. There was always going to be a job for me to go to. 2, I like to help people. And 3, the opportunity for me to help animals that I wanted ended up being a door closed. And so I was like, all right, okay, we're just going to go with plan B.
That was a door close?
It was a door close for me. Okay. So long story short, I wanted to go to school for equine physical therapy.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I decided to take the I guess you could say the long route. I wanted to go for physical therapy in general. And then I was going to go to another school that can help me convert my physical therapy license to equine because I love horses. Horses are my favorite animal. Okay. Went to...
Were you a horse major?
I was a large animal science major. Yeah.
Wait,
in high school it was small animal science.
Okay.
But in college I wasn't going to go to large animal
science. Okay. Because I want to say, did you work with
Well, we worked. All right. So long story short, Brittany and I met in high school. We went to Saw, and it's a farm school.
Yeah.
And in the farm school, you can choose between large animals, small animals, meat science, and what was the other one?
Food. It was food science. It was horticulture.
Horticulture.
Yeah, horticulture, and then landscaping.
And landscaping, yes. So my major was small animals.
Yeah, mine was food science.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I love small animals, but then I really realized that I liked horses, so I ended up joining the equine club. Okay. Yeah, the horse club.
So you didn't work with, I forgot her name, but she did she did the horses. I remember you worked with, yeah,
love
you didn't work for her?
I did.
Okay.
No, like work like get paid?
No. Like she wasn't your major?
Club. No, I ended up taking one class with her.
Okay.
I guess you can call it for a semester. I don't remember what the terms were that we had in school, but I switched to large animals. Okay. In college, when I went to my first school, they ended up dropping my major in the middle of my first semester. And it was like, oh, well, they end up telling us, I said, oh, this major is offered in the spring. So just start now in the fall, take these other starter classes. Right. And it's like, okay, then you'll start your major. Come to find out, they fucking dropped our major. And it really pissed me off because they didn't have anything else I wanted to transition to. So then they ended up being a door closed for me, honestly, because I didn't want to go to school far away. My grandfather was sick. Right. He was already helping me pay my school bills, and I really didn't want to go. I didn't want to go far. I was fine with staying in Philly. I wanted to travel when I got older. So I was like, all right, okay, well, what school can I go to? So I went to my second option. I ended up going to Arcadia. Okay. And there I got my degree in healthcare administration. Where was I going with this? Yeah, setbacks and careers. Okay, I'm sorry I got lost.
No, you're just giving us
about high school.
But this is the backstory of how you got to where you are. So I don't think that's wrong.
So there was a minor setback in regards to that because I wanted to work with animals so bad. Like, no offense, at that time, I did not like people. I don't want to be around people. Didn't want to talk to people.
Humans are weird.
I know they are so weird. So I like animals. But as I got older, I was like, all right, okay. Even though people aren't my forte, I still like helping people. I was raised around elderly people, so I always liked helping them out at the end of the day. And people said I was so nice, and I had a knack for it. And I was like, all right, okay, let me do that. I didn't want to do direct care though. That was just something that I was just like, yeah, no, I'm all right. I'm okay. So went to Arcadia.
It's not fun. I did direct care. It's not fun.
It's not at all.
No.
So I went to Arcadia, and then another setback I'll say happened in college with not passing a couple classes. That was a setback for me because it was like I wanted to finish school quicker. Since I got setback, I was a year behind all of my friends. And that really pissed me off because I'm like, I know, I don't know, I just felt left behind, long story short. So I was trying to rush and do a lot of other classes. And it led to a point where biology, mind you, I love biology. In college, biology kicked my ass. And it showed.
Mine too. I had to take it twice.
I took it twice and I still fucking failed.
Sorry.
So it was
the third time I passed with a C.
Listen, I tried.
It was bad.
And mind you, I could have passed those classes if I had the time for it, to be honest. But I was working at the same time that I was in college. So majority of my free time was taken up working. I was working at Home Depot at the time and receiving, and I didn't get off until like freaking 11 o'clock at night. So it was only certain times that I could study. And I felt like that was a big downfall for me. So working while I was in school mitigated the amount of time I had to study. Worrying about my grandfather and his health at the same time mentally, that took a toll on me. So to where I didn't pass that class, and I was beating myself up because I'm like, I don't feel shit. Like, why the fuck can't I pass this class? I passed the class in high school. Like, it was in honors classes. Are you kidding me? So I had to really just humble myself and say, okay, I'm not passing this class. I understand my barriers, my parameters with this. So let me see what else I can do. So I ended up taking chemistry, and I passed chemistry. Chemistry was cool.
I only could take bio. They were like, you only need one science. And I was like, that's all I need. I'll take bio.
I tried it.
And I went so far as to be like, what bio do I need? They were like, you just need to pass high school bio, but on a college level. I was like, give it to me.
At bio 1, I was cool. Bio 2,
I was like, oh, okay. That was when I realized I couldn't be a doctor. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, this ain't for me.
Yeah. So that was my really second time experiencing a setback, and that was in school, just realizing that. So jump forward, graduated college, got my bachelor's in healthcare administration, and I am out in the world, right? And at this point, I'm literally trying to find where I fit in the healthcare field. I tried physical therapy office. I tried dental. I tried endocrinology. I tried ophthalmology and radiology a little bit, but none of those were really working for me. I always saw the, like, when I was working there, it fit, But then after like 6 months, I'm like, yeah, this doesn't work out for me. I'm seeing all of the negatives with the job. I'm in a box office in fucking downtown, having to always pay for parking. Like,
they're not validating parking.
It sucked for me. They did validate it, but it was only like a small discount. So it's like, now I have to add in parking. Then even for me, I value being able to enjoy my lunch breaks. I value being able to go outside on a break. Like, I need fresh air. I can't be in a fucking box in a room all day or a cubicle all day. And so that's what a lot of the jobs were. So long story short, over time, every 2 years, I basically found a new job to figure out where I fit. And I finally found my spot at a service coordinating agency I'm working at now. And it's all the way around a really good company. And I manifested it. I wrote down exactly what I wanted. I wanted a job that was family oriented. I wanted a job that provided me with benefits, a job to where I can work from home possibly 100% of the time or 50% of the time. So I can still take care of my pets and my pop. I wanted full amount of time for my lunch break to be able to do what I want. Because trying to do that while working, because I used to work at Penn for a little bit, and being there, it's like, all right, okay, you get like your 30-minute lunch break. It take 10 minutes to come.
I'm about to say it probably take 10 minutes just to get downstairs. I'm not starting until
I'm eating while I'm going back upstairs. No, I'm constantly living my life in a rush. That's not the type of lifestyle I want. I want to be able to relax on my break. And I was also in dentistry as well too. I was a manager over there.
I remember that.
Interesting field, I will say. Not bad.
This job got healthcare 401k.
So they don't have 401k yet. It's a small business, but they have health insurance, which was a main thing for me. Like right now, so right now, basically that was the main thing for me. So I was able to manifest it, but I had to realize that, changing careers over time, it's a process,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes time to find the one that you like, and you got to manifest it.
That's true.
And I didn't want to settle. Everyone was like, "Don't leave Penn. Penn is great. Like you can get this and that and the third." And I was like, "Yeah, but
I think that's so weird.
more than 80% of this job I don't like."
Yeah,
so
no,
it's
leave.
like, why would I stay here?
Yeah,
like
leave.
we're in a different time and age where it's just like tenure really isn't a thing, even though tenure is really with colleges and stuff like that. But it's like nothing's fully secure.
No.
If I'm going to be fucking working at this age, even though I don't want to fucking work,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to work somewhere that I'm majority like the job, where I like the majority of the job.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a semi-short, long rant on careers.
That's okay. That's okay.
And now to the topic that hits my soul the most is relationships.
Okay.
So setbacks with relationships.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who don't know, I just got out of a basically 6-year relationship with a person I was very, very, very devoted to. And long story short, it just did not work out. Our paths separated, and we still have love and respect for each other, but it just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a huge setback for me, like mentally, physically, and fucking emotionally. Like I was already going through a lot with my grandfather and his health declining, but I finally got into a stable place with work and financially to where that was stable, and I thought the relationship was good, but things just started to change throughout. And I'm not going to get into all of the details.
But think about it. You were stable, right?
I was stable.
You were stable, but was he stable?
He was getting, in this last 2 years, this last year and a half, he's been more stable than he's been.
Okay.
Because he was going through a lot as well.
Okay.
And I'll say stable, like, just with his life in general in all areas, because I don't want to put his business on.
Yeah, because I realized, like, just because I'm stable doesn't mean the person I'm with is stable.
Very true. But we had an open communication to where we set the foundation for our relationship to be able to discuss anything within our relationship, the good, the bad, the ugly, whether I need you to sit down and just shut the fuck up and listen to me, or whether it's just like, yo, I really need you to just tell me what to do. Like, we had that humbleness within our relationship. And
I'm going through that now.
I got you.
Yeah.
And it was just like, at some point in time, he just stopped doing that.
Okay.
It's like it seemed like he felt as though he couldn't do that anymore. And it was like a stab in the heart, because it's just like, it didn't have to end this way. It could have ended much better if you were being honest with your emotions. So the setback was I had to reevaluate the future that I was planning for, that we were planning for each other. I had to let that go. I had to let go of the idea of being the mother of his daughter, which fucking still tears me up, of being a wife, of of losing my best friend, of really figuring out my own financial future by myself now, because I put my shit on hold to plan together with him.
Right.
So it's like, now it's like, all right, okay, let me figure this shit out on my own for myself now. Like, what am I going to do? Like, it wasn't a point to where it was just like, well, all of my dreams are on hold. It's just like, no, like, if we're setting a plan to do this in the future, let's coordinate. Let's have both of our finances be focused on whatever we agree to set it on to move forward for us.
So I do have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that you were growing and he wasn't?
I think that at some point in time, I was still growing and he was not.
Okay.
But I feel as though he wasn't growing in the areas he said he wanted to. So it was like, we would talk about it all of the time and we would be in agreement on the surface level. But underneath it all, and then showing the actions for it, he wasn't showing up.
Okay.
In certain areas. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, keep having conversations about it.
Like, you said you was going to do this.
You said you was going to do this, but what's going on? And it was like, over time, the excuses just kept being different. And I understood the excuses for a certain point until it really just kept being really blatant that he wasn't. It was like self-sabotaging all of our progress.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, okay, what the fuck is going on? So, like, long story short, we ended it. And the setback now really is kind of just rebuilding myself back up. Because I'm not going to lie, it's hard. It felt like a whole part of me was like ripped apart. Like, we were really like a good soul match. But apparently, people grow apart, which is okay. The worst part for me, I think, was feeling that I had somebody who was on the same level as me intellectually, mentally, and emotionally, and who could communicate with me about anything after 6 years. And then in the end, it's just like, oh, wait, well, I'm actually not about to do that anymore. It's just like, when did this happen?
Then it makes me wonder about those 6 years. Like, did you have blinders on? Do you think you
No,
had blinders on, or do
no,
you think you were like you were in the shit, seeing it happen, but you were like,
no.
I'm giving this person these chances because this is the person I want to spend my life with?
I think it was eventually we just started to grow apart.
Okay.
Our goals started to be different.
Okay.
And I feel as though he wasn't ready to admit to himself what he was feeling emotionally. Because at the end of the day, we ended up talking about it and he told me what it was. So this is actually what he said it was. So emotionally, he wasn't ready to admit that he wasn't ready. At the end of the time, like in the beginning, yeah.
But it took you 6 years to realize that?
So I don't think it wasn't like that in the beginning. Okay. Like, yeah, I saw signs of it, but it was all reasonable, all understanding. And then he ended up making progress. So it's like, I'm not just pulling you along and be like, oh, okay, let's make this dream happen. I'm going to keep pulling you up. It was like, no, he was thorough.
How long did it take to see progress, though?
What, like from the very beginning?
From the very beginning.
From the very beginning, progress was immediate.
Okay.
Like it was as soon as he said it, like he would do that shit. Like he was on his shit, P's and Q's and everything.
When did it dwindle?
So it started to dwindle within the last year. Within the last year and a half. So not counting this year. So let's see, probably like the end of 2023. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's probably like the end of 2023. I started to see a lot of changes. And I forgive him for not being ready because everyone's on their own journey. Everyone's going through stuff. He was going through a lot of stuff mentally and emotionally with his family, with his finances and stuff. And at the same time, I was going through what I was going through. So there was some tension with our personal issues.
So that I will say that makes me it pisses me off a little bit, only because it makes me wonder, when did you know you wasn't ready?
That right? Was the
you get what I'm saying? Like you probably knew in 2022 you wasn't ready, right. And now we're in 2020 like five. You didn't say anything. And you didn't say anything, and y'all recently separated, right? Yeah. Completely. So that would have pissed me off. Beginning of the year. Yeah, that would really piss me off. It did piss me off, and I'm still like, I forgive him, but I can still be upset. Right. Because at the end of the day, like, you play with my emotions. Like, right. Even if it wasn't intentional, it still fucking happened. Right. You kind of dragged me along since you couldn't figure out what was going on. Many times I tried to talk to him about it, right. Prompt him, be like, hey, is it just you can't talk to me about it? Do you want to talk to anybody else? He made it seem like it was all good, but I can sense the change in energy. I can sense the change in the mood. I see the progress. Right. It's just like, you can't lie to me. I know you for 6 years. Right. I knew you for 6 years, and we're so, I will say, solely intertwined. Exactly. That I know when something isn't right. Mm-hmm. So for you to lie and say that everything is fine, was like, I know bullshitting in my face. Right. And that's a big thing for me. I've had past relationships where people just bullshit in front of my face. Like, they just want to say anything. And I'll be forgiving for the first couple of times, but then after that, I'm like, all right, okay, I'm not about to just let you sit here and fuck around with my emotions. Right. But with him, it was totally different. He proved himself a long, long time ago. And at the end of the day, I did not, how do I want to describe this? I know where I went wrong in the relationship, and I know what I'm going to fix in the future. I'm very forgiving, and I'm very understanding of bullshit that people go through. Right. Like, life happens. Like, I understand having to make changes, but it's about really seeing the potential and wanting the potential to be there versus them actually acting on their potential. Right. And it wasn't happening anymore. So I understand it. So the setback is not having that partner to move forward with. Right. The setback is, reevaluating everything financially. Right. And emotionally trying to heal. And honestly, Britt, just to become a normal fucking person again. Yeah. I'm not even going to hold, like, relationship breakups are hard, but this is the hardest for me because this was one of my longest relationships. And this is supposed to be the future as well. This was supposed to be my you future. Were like probably manifesting a good life with this person. I was. We both were. Right. And he was like feeding it into my ear. Right. Oh, you're my future wife. Family and friends thinking that we're engaged when we were not. And I'm just like, why are you? I think that's an issue too, because like I think that? And you haven't moved forward with me in that manner. You know what we're working on. Right. And I think if it was if I was in your position and we were together, I think you could have been engaged at the 2-year mark, and then the 4-year, like, a long engagement would have been okay. I understand. Right? That. But that didn't happen either. It was just more like everybody thinks this is going to happen. And I think it's weird to have people thinking a false narrative. I understand that.
And I never portrayed the false narrative. I was always honest. This is just something that he did. Who knows why? Long story short, we already talked about it, but I realized that I kind of just I put up with more than I should have in the beginning because I'm like I said, I'm a very understanding person. I'm very forgiving, and I know that people make mistakes. But it got to a point where it's just like I'm not going to be forgiving anymore because I've been broken.
Start drawing lines in the sand.
Yo, not even drawing lines in the sand. I'm fucking drawing a line of concrete.
Okay.
Not the sand. The bitch is concrete now. Line is drawn. Okay. So it's just like, I am very closed off now, and I'm really trying not to be angry.
Okay.
I'm trying not to be angry,
but understand it's okay to be angry.
It is.
I want you to understand it's okay to have
other people who want to talk to me. I'm like, that's true. No, I'm not in a place where I even trust.
It's okay to have rage too, and I think a lot of people want to say take the high road, and no, I'm really pissed off.
My emotions to myself.
Yeah, like I'm really pissed off. Like I when I was in that 8-year long relationship back before even where I'm at now, with somebody that was abusive and narcissistic, like at the end of that, I had a lot of rage and I was very numb. And it took me a while to navigate all that to come and be who I am today. And from that, I realized that everybody is getting a time limit with me. And if you don't do what you're supposed to do in this time limit, you gotta go. My ex before, who I'm with now, he had 2 years. He got to the 2 years, and I asked him, so when are we moving on to the next steps? Because we're both 26. Well, he was 26. I was 27. Yeah, 27, 28. And he was like, I was like, so when are we going to start moving forward? Like, when are we going to start doing these things, being adults, moving in together? Like, I'll even change a little bit. Like, and this goes back to boundaries. I put a boundary up that I was never going to move in with a man unless I'm engaged to him. And I was willing to break that boundary for us to move forward. But he had no plans of doing that. And he was honest with me and said that, I need to learn how to be an adult.
Well, he was
26 years old, saying I got to learn how to be an adult. And I was just like, all right. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, all right. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be here anymore. Right. Yeah. I was like, I'm not going to be here anymore. Because I was like, if you need time to learn how to be an adult, when were we going to get married, engaged, and all that? He was like, oh, like 20. This is back in like 2022. He was like, 2025, 2026.
See, so the difference between me and you is you have not the the difference between me and you is I don't have that specific time frame when we should get engaged, but I totally agree with you with how long it should take. And that was one of my issues. I didn't have an establishment of how long it should have been. Maybe if I did, we wouldn't have this problem.
But that timeline or that limit that I placed was because I was with somebody for 8 years who was playing in my face for 8 years. So now I'm not giving somebody 2 years. And he was saying the same. Yeah, he was saying the same thing about us getting married. Yeah, year 3, he was like, yeah, we got to get married and do this. 5 years later, we're not married. We're not nothing. No kids, no house, no nothing. I was like, so I'm not going to give somebody else 2, 3, 4, 5 years to figure out if they want to be with me or not. Exactly. You got 2 years. Okay. And with my partner now, I told him the same thing. And he was like, oh, no, we're getting engaged in the year. He was like, and then we'll probably either have a long engagement or we'll be engaged for 2 years. We'll get a house and stuff. Right. And he respected those boundaries that I placed down already. He already respects also the boundary that I'm not moving in with no man until I'm engaged as well.
My boundary is I'm not having any kids with a man that's not my husband.
Right. And I told him that too. And he said that is fine as well. Right. So I'm with somebody that's respecting those boundaries, but the last person wasn't respecting them. So it was like, now, unfortunately, I now have to be a little bit harsher on people. So you can know, don't fuck with me.
Yeah, man. It's like I gotta harden up a little bit, and it's a challenge.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, how I'm getting through this setback, because at this point it's been like 5-6 months, but technically it's really been since like November of last year, because we felt it like we both felt it breaking up. But how I've been getting through that is, one, really just allowing myself to feel my emotions.
Good.
Like if I needed to go and cry on the couch and stay on the couch all day, I did that.
Okay.
If I want to go out for a run, or if I wanted to go out to Jersey to go get some ramen at a new ramen spot,
why not?
Go to Barnes and Nobles to find a new book spot, I went.
Good.
And I allowed myself the freedom to just do what felt good in the moment. Like when I'm feeling good, okay, great. Let me just, hold on to this good feeling and do what I want to do to keep it going. And over time, that good feeling started lasting a little bit longer, a little bit longer. And now I'm at the state where, okay, it's just coming in random waves now. It's not really consistent. And I think I'm a lot better now.
Okay.
But I'm not fully healed yet. But my recommendation for anyone who is going through setbacks in a career or in a relationship, just take it one step at a time. Take the waves as they come. Acknowledge your feelings at the end of the day and set some more boundaries, parameters, and concrete.
Right. Also, I do the Beyonce method. You know what that is?
No, what the hell
so
is that?
Beyonce said that when she said she'll be sad the whole day, she'll do whatever she wants. She'll eat whatever she wants. She'll do anything she wants. If she's sad, like she'll stay in the bed all day. But the next day, she getting up and doing what she got to do. Even if she is sad, she'll do it sad. And that's one thing that I've taken, and I do that. Like if I'll be sad for that one day, but tomorrow I got to get up and do what I got to do. But I can be sad and do it too. Gotcha. So that's been working out for me because it's like, all right, I can give myself this moment, but we still got things to do. Don't let this sad moment or this person that has hurt you keep you in that state of sadness. Right. Get up and do it sad.
Get up and do it sad.
Yeah, get up and do it sad.
That's the hardest thing to do, but the strongest thing you can do.
Right.
Moving, I know that keeping that energy in my body, it doesn't help. It'll just keep growing. So, go to the gym, go do some yoga, take a stretch or a small walk at the top of the block, something to help me out. Because I know at the end of the day, I'll find love again. I know how thorough of a woman I am. I know what I bring to the table. I know I'm very loving, kind, caring, and I'm very fucking supportive. So it's like I know that there's the right guy out there for me.
Yes.
And I appreciate the time that I spent with my partner. Like I really do. I love and cherish how much we spent together, his family, and I've learned a lot from him and from them. But I just realized that, our paths come to an end, and I'm going to accept what he was here to teach me.
Right.
He was here to teach me about boundaries and really listening to my own inner intuition. That's what I feel as though I had to learn from him, and also how to love myself and feel worthy to be of a mother.
Yeah,
like that was something I realized I had to heal from. I didn't know that I had some trauma from. Like I am worthy of being the mother of someone's child, regardless of what I've been through. So,
yeah. You are.
Yeah, man. I think you appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm letting you know it is. It's true. You are, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm working on that manifestation.
Yeah, sometimes somebody needs those reminders, like, yeah, I am worthy. Yeah. Even if you're not feeling it in that moment, you are.
100%. So, for those of you healing hearts out there, you all are worthy. You will find love. You will find that career path that you want. Those doors are going to open.
Yes.
Just write out exactly what you want, not what you don't want.
Exactly.
All of the yeses, not the nos.
Stay focused. Keep the boundaries. Love yourself.
Boundaries in concrete.
Boundaries in concrete. Yep. Maybe that'll be on some merch one day. Boundaries in concrete.
we should put it on our shirt.
Yep.
Boundaries in concrete, man.
Draw your boundaries in concrete and stay to those boundaries.
Yes.
Understand that you don't have to do anything you don't want to do, and understand you don't have to stay where you don't want to stay as well.
And setbacks are a part of growth.
Yes.
It's supposed to teach you something. Everything in life is a lesson.
Yes.
So just figure out what it is that you needed to learn. The positive, not like, not like, oh, I learned niggas ain't shit. No, that's not what I mean. I learned that this job is fucked up. Fuck this instructor. No. Like I learned that, to love myself and it'll be okay.
Right. And everywhere you are, understand that you always learn some type of lesson or some type of experience you can take and move forward with.
Facts.
So always be mindful that you may be in a bad place right now, but you're learning something too. Yeah. So
that's our whispers for today.
That is the whispers for the day. Stay safe, everyone. Please don't forget to like, comment, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes. Share.
Stay safe. Share it. Comment. We will see you guys next week. Have a great, amazing week. And remember, everything works out for you.
Yes, it will.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.